Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Golden Ratio podcast. I am Jen, GR Mom, joined as always by GR Dad.
Hi.
How's it going, GR Dad?
It's going pretty well.
Excellent, excellent. The cocktail of the week this week is the Smith & Wesson. Last week, our cocktail of the week was the Revolver. So we're continuing in the theme.
Why is it called the Smith & Wesson? Do you know?
It's kind of a take on the Revolver, like lightly. I want to say the variation in the ingredients in this cocktail is stupid across the internet. So the first recipe, I kind of picked this because like I think Pinterest showed this to me and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me that like this is the recipe. This is a cocktail and I just got like a stupid recipe for it.
You're not selling it that well right now. You're just like, this is stupid. I hate it.
This one recipe. Okay. So the Smith & Wesson is basically a cross between a White Russian and a mind eraser. Which is kind of like a Black Russian. So White Russian is coffee liqueur, vodka, and cream. Delish. Yes. Kind of want one.
Yeah, saying it.
A mind eraser is coffee liqueur, vodka, and club soda, which you go like, I don't know if that's going to work, but it's actually very tasty.
So it's just vodka, coffee liqueur, and then just fizzy water.
Fizzy water.
Oh.
Yep, so it makes it a little sparkly. It's really good. So a Smith & Wesson, depending on who you ask, has some combination of those things. There's usually vodka. There should be coffee liqueur, and then something fizzy, and then like maybe cream. But
what's a Revolver? A
Revolver is bourbon, coffee liqueur, and orange bitters. That was last week.
Okay. Yes.
And it's made usually with Bullet bourbon.
Well, that
hence
makes
the
sense.
name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So coffee liqueur and cream is the unifier.
Vodka. Yeah.
Coffee liqueur, vodka, and cream. No, but vodka in this case.
The coffee liqueur is the only thing
all
these
these
two drinks
projectile named drinks have coffee liqueur.
Coffee liqueur. That's it.
Liqueur.
Yeah.
Coffee liqueur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this first stupid recipe I saw is 1 ounce of vodka, 1 ounce of Kahlua, 2 ounces of half and half. We're good. And then it says in all caps, fresh club soda or Pepsi.
What do you mean fresh club soda and then or Pepsi? What? How are those in any way
This was my
equivalent?
reaction also. They are not, my friend. They are not.
You know what is the opposite of club soda? Pepsi.
Yeah. Also, what the fuck? Fresh club soda. As opposed to like water, like flat
I
water?
made it myself with a straw. Blub, 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 blub.
Ugh. And I mean, the picture on here is gross. It looks like they've broken the cream or something.
Sure, it wasn't like auto-generated that recipes AI or something.
Pepsi, like why Pepsi? No other recipe. I was like, this can't be the actual recipe, because you would never say club soda or Pepsi. One, you'd never say Pepsi. Cocktails are made with Coke. Number two, it's never club soda or anything. All right, so then I went and I found 3 other recipes for the Smith & Wesson. The first one is 1 ounce each, equal parts cocktail, of vodka, Kahlua, Bailey's, and half.
Closer.
Yeah, nothing fizzy in there, though.
Nope.
Also, where'd the Baileys come from? That's kind of a mudslide. The next one is basically 2 ounces each of coffee liqueur, heavy cream, and club soda. So we've lost the vodka. We brought back the club soda.
But there's no liquor in addition to the coffee liqueur?
Just the coffee liqueur. The next one is vodka, 1 ounce each of vodka, creme de cacao, Kahlua. So we got some chocolate in there now. 2 ounces of heavy cream, and then club soda to top it.
How can these all have the same name?
They are not the same thing. I think people are like, okay, like kind of fizzy, creamy, coffee liqueur. We're going to call it a Smith & Wesson.
But that'd be like having a chocolate cake recipe that has no chocolate and makes cookies. Like, yeah. I'm going to call this my chocolate cake. No.
It is real comment section of a recipe blog, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, I took this and I substituted every ingredient and it's not as good.
My favorite recipe, it was like a recipe for like apple cake or apple cider donuts or something. And it called for like 2 cups of apple cider in the recipe. And they were like, it had these like really bad reviews, like average star rating was really low. And I was looking in the comments, and people were like, "That's way too much vinegar." And I'm like, "There's no vinegar in this recipe." They used apple cider vinegar instead of apple cider, and they're like, "Yeah, this is terrible." And there were people commenting like, "Bitch, you use apple cider.
You know
like,
what
not
apple cider is?
vinegar.
Yeah.
They're not the same thing."
That's hilarious.
So anyway,
Oh my God! Do you imagine going like a state fair and getting apple cider vinegar? No, you know.
All right. So if I were making this, I would do equal parts vodka, Kahlua, cream, and club soda. That's what I would do.
Oh, that is now the truth.
That is from the Golden Razor perspective. That is the
is the
correct
truth.
way to make a Smith & Wesson.
Everything else earns your disdain and should be disnamed.
Every one of these recipes has earned my disdain. There's a nugget of something good in there.
No. What, like the fact that Kahlua exists?
Like the idea that you mix a White Russian with some club soda is kind of the core idea here. And that's not a bad idea because the Mind Eraser, which is a White Russian with club soda instead of cream, is very good. So how about both? ¿Por qué no los dos?
Right. Exactly. All right, Duolingo.
That's from that taco commercial.
Oh, it is. Yo quiero Taco Bell. That's from an older taco commercial.
The little girl going like, "Why not both?"
Oh.
There's a Spanish version and it says, "Por qué no los dos?"
Oh.
Okay.
See, I would have translated that as, "How about us two? How about the two of us, huh? That's why I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go. The Smith & Wesson. Make it my way and it'll be tasty.
Make it any other way and be disappointed.
Or at
and
least
maybe even a little sick.
Don't blame me. Oh, yeah. If you break the cream, that would be gross. Don't put Pepsi in there. Ick.
Don't put Pepsi in anything.
It's time for Administrative Corner.
I love Administrative Corner.
I know you do.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this all week.
All right. Number one.
Not really.
I'm running the Boston Marathon in April. A bunch of you who follow my running account have supported the charity community rowing that I'm running for. And in exchange, I have promised you Vink swag, Coach Vink swag. So the Coach Vink swag is on the way. There's a Vink postcard. There's a little Coach Vink magnet. There's a Vink sticker. And then I was like, there's going to be some mystery swag. And the mystery swag is a Vink temporary tattoo.
Wow.
I know.
We're going to tattoo Vink?
No.
People are going to tattoo Vink onto themselves?
Temporarily, yes.
Nice. We do know some fans who have permanent Vink
yes, that's
tattoos,
right.
which is amazing.
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 So anyway, the swag is all arriving next week and we'll start shipping out next week. So thank you to everybody who supported CRI and me running the Boston Marathon. Your swag will be on the way next week, so you'll have it in time for the race, which of course does not matter at all because, I mean, you don't need it. I'm the one running it.
You don't need to have the tattoo to watch the race.
Oh my God. If some of you are in Boston and you come and you supported me, I would love to see your Vink tattoos.
Yes.
At the race.
That would break up her run nicely.
I sometimes bring a little swag with me on these marathons when I know there's going to be friends of the squad there to hand out. I had little Vink magnets one year.
That's right. It wasn't so good the year we had bricks, though. That was like a really long race for you, the handing out the Vink bricks. Probably shouldn't have put those in your backpack.
The other item for Administrative Corner is that a friend of the squad, Shona Schneider from Canada, sent you a Chicago Rat Hole t-shirt.
Oh, I'm so psyched. It's so good. It's just adoring the rat hole and has like a plaque on the back. It's just a good, just making good things out of rat holes is pretty amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it.
He was so excited.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So thank you, everybody. We love all the rat hole content that's been coming in. People tag us in a lot of rat hole content.
Yeah. I have a related to the first story tidbit. I don't know if it's an update.
I will take it.
The fact that you're training for the Boston Marathon is a sign that your butt won't hurt day may be not impossibly far away.
Someday my butt won't hurt, but today is not that day.
You're moving closer to it.
Yeah, I've been, for those of you who have followed the news of my butt, It's been messed up for like 3 years.
It's been a refrain. This someday her butt might not hurt, but today is not that day.
Yeah, it continues to not be that day, but it is getting closer. There's a new doctor who joined the practice that I went to, and he's doing this like super cool ultrasound thing, separating like one of my nerves from scar tissue that formed with the original injury.
It's amazing.
And he can see like the original injury is like pretty much healed. And also I go in like every other week. Every time I'm in Maryland, I go in and they do a little more of this like separation of the nerve. And he's like, he's like, we can do some this time, but it's like almost back to normal. So I'm real close to back to normal. And I ran 16 miles last weekend.
Yeah, you did.
And my butt was pretty much fine. There's other stuff that's starting to hurt now because I'm like ramping up my training and have not been doing all the other stuff I should be doing. So I started that today and felt like a noodle, a cooked, overcooked noodle when I was done, which is a sign that it's working.
Yeah.
But
your
yes.
legs were noodles.
Oh, my arms too. I had my AirPods in to listen to music when I was doing this workout, and I went to take my AirPods out and my arms were shaking from lifting them up to the AirPods.
Those AirPods are really heavy.
If I didn't even touch them, I was just moving my arms toward my ears.
Your hands are really heavy.
If anybody needs a workout that's gonna like address all of those stabilizing muscles in your legs, like
if you need a workout to make you really sore, really fast.
It's funny. Like I found this workout online like 10 years ago. And at some point, I told my mom and my brother, who are both marathon runners, I was like, listen, I found this workout. Like, you guys should do it. You're going to think it's not that bad when you're doing it. Like, you'll just be tired.
Yeah.
But then, like, the next day.
And the day after that.
You're going to be very, very sore. Like, you ran your first marathon. And they're like, oh, whatever. Like, we're in better shape than Jen, probably. And they were a little dismissive of my warnings. And so I gave them the workout, and they both did it. And they were like, it wasn't that bad. And I was like, did you do it today? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, you just wait till tomorrow. And then they're like, oh, no.
I can't go upstairs.
Or downstairs.
Yeah. I mean, it is amazingly. It's Tabata, so it's like, what is it, 20 seconds on or something?
Yeah, 20 seconds on. It's like a high-intensity interval training workout or
It's
Tabata.
ridiculously quick. The whole thing is half an hour, I think.
20
right?
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's great. It's really good at like the abductors and the adductors, like everything.
Like core. I mean, there's push-ups in there. It's really
and if you do it for a couple weeks, then you're not sore like that the next day.
That's right.
But it's, as I was saying to Ingo today, it's way easier to not do this workout.
Holy cow. I've been not successfully not doing it for a year. It's like, takes me a lot of willpower, but I can do it. I cannot do it.
I need to start doing it again because I've been doing these longer runs and other training things.
It is noticeably helps one's running because you're much more stable and your legs are strengthened in important ways.
Yeah, not going to hurt yourself.
Yeah, it's good.
Thank you for adding the butt update to Administrative Corner.
Well, I mean, it's not my butt, but I feel like people should know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel of your progress towards getting better. That's all.
Okay. There's a light at the end.
That was not good. I'm sorry. I saw that and tried to make a left turn.
It didn't work.
Tried a sharp left turn.
Okay, time for dog updates. The extremely current update is Brody is standing here looking like he's on the verge of death. And then converts to like teddy bear face.
Super beggy. He's had dinner. He had a full-on dinner, and he's just forgotten it.
It's 7:30 p.m. To be fair, he forgot it. Like, we finished dinner, and then he was like, you guys have neglected to give me dinner. I've not had dinner.
Yeah, I love it when we kind of usher him outside after dinner, and he just stands there and looks at us like, what do you want? Wait, what? When's dinner?
Yeah.
I'm not going out here.
He does not remember.
No. Bless his heart.
Yesterday he did this, and I was like, Ingo, has he had second dinner? And Ingo's like, yes, he has. He wanted third dinner, and he got it eventually.
Well, he's an old man.
He gets frantic. We don't want him to be frantic.
He can have third dinner.
Well, he hasn't had second dinner yet, but he's angling for it.
We could just skip second and give him third.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay. That blows your mathematical mind, doesn't it? I just opened up your mind.
Other dog updates. Vink went up to Miami for chemo this week. So this was drug number 3 out of 4 for round number 2 out of 4.
Yep.
So she's got a treatment next Wednesday, and then she has an off week, and then we're like half done. And for the following week, we're basically going to every other week. So and that mostly means Ingo, are not going to be driving to Miami quite as often.
And Vink.
And Vink and Feta comes for most of these.
I've tried to let Vink drive. She stinks. She says it's too slow for her in the keys. She can't drive 45.
Yeah, that's true. The speed limit is 45 the whole way, Vink.
I know. She's like, I have a heavy foot pedal because I'm kind of standing awkwardly.
Oh, Vink.
Vink does a good job there. She loves everyone. She's so good. And Feta's there. And Feta and I go to the dog park, which is right next door, while Vink is getting mistreated somewhere in the back there.
Yeah.
Wednesday we saw like a dozen iguanas. There's like a canal there, and they all hang out there by the water.
Yeah.
So when you get too close, they all go bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah, they do. They swim like Godzilla in the movies.
They're big, though.
I guess Godzilla swims like iguanas.
I guess the good news is Feta had no interest in chasing them.
That is good.
Because they're so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of it for dog updates. Everybody else is doing pretty fine. Remy's good. Brody's frantic for dinner, but good. Feta weighs 55.
Her head still hasn't grown into her butt, so to speak.
Her butt is bigger than her head.
That's a much better way of saying it, yes. She hasn't quite grown into her head.
Yeah.
She's adorbs, though. Super high energy still. Still runs around a lot. Does a lot of fish looking. When it's calm outside, she does like look around and look at fish. But she also is so ball focused. She's a real mini guac in that she loves to chase the ball. I mean, she'll go out and forget why we let her outside because all she wants to do is like have you throw a ball at her.
Yeah, she sure does.
She forgets to let go. She's very good.
So yeah, kind of boring dog updates.
Boring is better than extremely unsettling.
Indeed.
And terrifying.
So that's that. Do you have anything for ramblings?
Ramblings.
All right, we're going to say no because you also get Ingo Corner.
Happy Mardi Gras season.
That's good. All right, Taste the Keys. This was flagged for me by friend of the squad, Ray. A 56-year-old Key Largo, Florida man was arrested Friday after he stole a boat trailer that belongs to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office.
Well, that's a bad idea.
Jonathan Scott Sharkey was charged with grand theft.
That's his actual name, not a nickname. Sharky.
Sharky's also the name of our Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Though he's EY, and ours is just SHARKY. Jonathan Scott Sharkey was charged with grand theft. The boat trailer was reported missing from John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park on January 21st, 2024.
That's like stealing a cop car. It's a terrible idea.
It like literally is a cop car.
It's a cop trailer.
It was returned to its original location at the park on January 25th. So it was stolen on the 21st. Shows back up on the 25th.
That's when he read the label and was like, "Oh no!"
God damn it! With evidence that it had been used.
He's like, I just need this trailer to put my boat in. I just gotta, and I'll give it right back.
Witness statements and security video footage was collected, leading detectives to a Key Largo residence where they found Sharkey, who promptly admitted he took the trailer and had been using it without permission, but returned it when he learned it belonged to the sheriff's office.
Yeah, he did.
And the agency was investigating the theft. Listen, Jonathan. We maybe need to have a talk about Shut the Fuck Up Friday.
Seriously. You could have just said, I don't know, nothing. I don't even have a boat.
Am I being detained? Am I free to go?
Yeah.
I'm not discussing my day.
I
invoke the 5th.
I don't know what you guys want. I hope you find your trailer. Good luck. Whoops.
I invoke the 5th
They're
and
like,
go,
we didn't
you're
say
doing
anything about a trailer. Sherlock Holmes here.
Bad job with Shut the Fuck Up Friday. All right, you get to play the guy, and I'm gonna be the cop.
Okay. Hi.
Hi, Ingo. Listen, we got a bunch of video footage that shows that you took our trailer. What's up with that?
Wasn't me.
This is not what you do on Shut the Fuck Up Friday.
You should just say nothing. I'm not. I don't have to talk to you.
Yeah. Okay. A little more aggressive than the script says, but that's okay.
My lawyer says this is not a good time to talk to you.
Listen, man, like, we just want to sort things out. Like, we're not trying to get you in any trouble.
Good luck sorting it out without me. I'm not talking.
Okay. Again, a little more aggressive than the script.
It's Friday, isn't it, officer? Isn't it, deputy?
Detective. Yes, it is Friday.
Well, then I'm not talking to you.
Listen, this is going to be your only chance to resolve this without potentially going to jail. Are you sure you don't want to try to work something out?
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not talking
About that trailer of mine that you stole.
I'm not saying anything, and I want a lawyer.
Okay. You've pulled it out there at the end.
I'm invoking my 5th and my 7th and my 6th Amendment rights.
All right, you want to flip it? You get to be the cop, and I'll be the guy.
Sure.
I'll be the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss Golbeck.
It's Dr. Goldbeck.
Dr. Sharkey.
Yeah.
Your mom says you stole that trailer.
I don't
We
know.
talked to your mom, and she said she's very ashamed of you. You should tell the truth, and nothing will happen.
I'm not discussing my day.
Oh, that's very good, Dr. Professor Sharkey Golbeck. I'm very impressed. I think I'm going to slink away now because I don't actually know how to investigate this.
Oh, well, okay. Maybe it was a bad idea giving you the investigator role.
But cops can lie. They can lie and they talk
Here's
to your
the
mom.
script. If you get pulled, this is normally for if you get pulled over.
Okay.
You get pulled over. Why'd you pull me over? And then they ask you some questions. Do you live here? And you go, I'm not discussing my day. And they go, we just want to sort this out, man. Like, can you tell me what you're doing? And you say, am I being detained or am I free to go? And when they say you're not free to go and pull you out of the car and they handcuff you and then they ask you, like, where's your ID? You say, I invoke the 5th.
Miranda.
And that's it. I want an attorney would be fine.
Want an attorney. Yeah. That's good.
Anyway, Jonathan Scott Sharkey did not understand Shut the Fuck Up Friday because they're like, you took our trailer. And he's like, sure did. Sorry. Put it back when I found out you were upset about it. So it kind of doesn't count.
I mean, it is hard when they go, we got you on this video hooking
you
up
still
the trailer.
Shut the fuck up. You go, that's not me. And your lawyer eventually goes, that's not him on the
I
video.
know. And then he goes, well, I didn't have a car, so I just pulled it away with my body because I'm so strong. It was really a heavy trailer.
That's not.
I mean,
Shut
it
the Fuck Up
wasn't,
Friday.
but I mean, it wasn't me. But it looked like a heavy trailer. Deputy.
I'm not discussing my day. Am I being detained or am I free to go? I invoke the 5th. Let's just practice those.
Listen to Jen. Don't listen to me.
No, don't listen to Ingo.
By talking, I'm already not shutting up.
Absolutely not shutting up. Though I will say, and I get this, right? Like, there's this song, some Lawyers, Guns, and Money.
Yes, Warren Zevon.
One of Ingo's favorite songs.
Very good song.
If I were a lawyer, I would also love that song because it's like, here's
For
like the
once in pop culture, the lawyers are cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, I've got the power to solve problems. I understand. I understand why you like that song.
I can get him out of there,
Yeah.
even though he slept with the Russian spy. Yeah.
Is that what happened? I've never actually listened to the lyrics of that song.
He went home with the waitress, but she was with the Russians too.
Oh.
And everything's going to hell in that place, and he needs lawyers, guns, and money because the everything's hit the fan.
Yes. I don't think that's the lyric.
Not exactly.
We're allowed to curse on this podcast. We have no
Shit has
sponsors.
hit the fan. It's very liberating to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
Warren Zevon, man.
Ingo loves that song.
Yeah, I do.
Yep. What's the German word of the week?
Oh, I got an email recently with this.
Mm-hmm. You sure did.
Abholungsbenachrichtigung.
Abholungsbenachrichtigung.
Which is a classic German word because it means picking up notification.
Abholen.
Yeah. And it's I've had to apply for a new German passport because my old one expired, and they don't let you just renew. You got to get a whole new one and get fingerprinted again. And
It was quite a process. Ingo came back real bitchy about German bureaucracy.
You have to go to the consulate. Yeah, they're all German bureaucrats at the consulate, and they're all like they. I had the feeling I was imposing upon them greatly by pretty much everything I gave them. But then they clipped everything into a folder. They put the folder into a plastic cover to
Sheath.
protect it,
Yeah.
a sheath, and then they put a little check mark what they did, and then it moves on within the office.
Oh,
They're big on plastic sheaths around documents.
interesting.
The concept of anyway, let me get back to Abholungsbenachrichtigung. The email said you can come pick up your new passport at the German consulate.
That's the embassy.
Well, it's the consulate within the embassy.
Well,
You can have a consulate without an embassy. You can have an embassy
Yes.
without a consulate.
oh,
Consular services are different than, the ambassador.
yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Um,
So you're gonna go do it?
I'm gonna go pick it up. Yeah.
Driving up to Washington, pick
Yeah.
up the passport.
Yeah, there you go. You got to do it in person. Well, I guess you can send someone with a power of attorney.
Mm-hmm.
They don't encourage it. In fact, they really don't like it. They do allow it, though.
I offered to do it, and I was like, "Do I have to speak German to them?"
Maybe. They're not super. It's
No,
not
it
super,
didn't sound super friendly.
not super organized in there. When I came in there were 3 kids, like running around, coloring, and screaming and poking at stuff in the waiting area because there was a couple in there, where the wife was trying to renew her passport, and the kids were just running around, and nobody was. It was just classic chaos. Europeans, continental Europeans don't take like crowd management very seriously, and people don't queue
No.
up by themselves,
No,
right? In
that's
England,
true.
people queue up and it's not stressful. I mean, here it is an art. The crowd management here is an art. You have a host in every restaurant
Yep.
that tells you which table to go to.
Yeah.
Foreign concept in Europe.
Yeah.
You're just like hovering over people's table going, you done? You done? I'm going to sit at your table. Like people crowd in at the end of your table.
It's very upsetting.
It's very different than America.
Yeah.
So that's
I feel
very
like we've-
stressful.
America does not have everything right by far,
Right.
but I think one thing we've got right compared to Europe is this kind of thing:
I mean,
waiting in line and
My
waiting your fucking turn.
My pet theory for why Euro Disney has never really succeeded is imagine going to Disney World and nobody wants to stand in line. Everyone's just
Mhm.
cutting you off and crowding. Remember the Louvre?
I can never forget the Louvre.
And they were probably Russian, not even German.
Oh my god.
The people try to cut you off and then they act like that's normal and you're the sucker for letting them pass.
It's extremely upsetting.
It is very upsetting.
Yeah.
Like if you try to board a plane in Europe, oftentimes it's just an unmitigated crowd scene where people are like stepping over babies to get into the plane. Nobody waits in line. Nobody. If you don't, in Germany, if you don't have sharp elbows, you'll get taken advantage of.
It's very upsetting.
It's very stressful. So anyway, yeah.
I lost it in Germany once. Poor Ingo caught the brunt of it. But it was like 3 days.
It wasn't at me. It was completely rational reaction to Germans being rude.
It was real terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, I cannot with your people.
So the German embassy has similar,
It's better that you
Lack
go do it.
like nobody takes a number. Everyone's just sitting there. Kids are running around,
Oh my god.
and the consulate staff is like behind thick glass, just stamping things and walking around. It's not that. It's a little stressful. It's a little stressful.
I'm glad you're going up.
Yeah.
Are you going
Yeah.
to go eat anywhere interesting? You get
For
one
me,
day.
Chipotle's interesting for me.
Hey, you got Chipotle in Miami.
I know. I did last time. I only had to drive 3 hours for that.
I'm always way more social when I'm in Maryland solo because I'm basically like, all right, here's all these restaurants I want to go to. I could go by myself,
yeah.
but then I like invite people to go with me.
But I also just order like Indian food or something like that. You can't get that here. I mean,
That's
maybe you
true.
can, but wouldn't. We
No.
haven't. So Indian food's a classic.
Yeah.
Order in, but even sweet green is pretty good up there.
Yeah, delish.
Yeah. So it's yeah. I'll be there for like a day. It's not gonna be that long.
No, that's true.
Passport, drive back.
It's time for Ingo Corner, where you can talk about whatever you want, and I don't tell you it's boring.
Oh.
But it's optional. You don't have to say anything.
Oh.
Like now you're not saying anything.
Oh, yes. I don't really have anything new. I just thanks to everyone and thanks for all. I still was getting Christmas cards even last week and birthday cards, and thanks for all of those things. And it's always lovely and appreciated. And I got some card from someone who we made a cameo for 3 years ago to help them propose. Now they're married and have been
that's
married
cool.
for 3 years.
Wow.
I know.
Awesome.
Love is great.
Maybe you guys should send Ingo Valentines. They still do those like CVS, like drugstore Valentine boxes for kids where there's like the cheap little paper envelopes and then you like tear the little Valentines into squares. Did Eva ever do that?
I don't think she tore them. I mean, I think we bought like 20 Valentine's cards or something.
Oh,
She only did it one year, I think.
it was like a real big thing, right? So like everybody had a little box on their desk and you kind of had to give them to every kid in the class. So
I don't
you'd
think
get,
I
like,
ever got any.
the Snoopy Valentine.
Everyone else got them.
And then, but it'd be like a sheet, and the sheet had like 4, or sometimes it'd be weird shape. There'd be like 5, and then you like fold on the perforations and tear them out.
Yeah, it was kind of like
put
stamps.
them in the little envelopes.
Yeah, but it wouldn't tear very well.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
And then everybody gets one.
Be my Valentine.
So you guys, like, I'm sure those still exist. Like, get some and send them to Ingo in the P.O. box.
Sure.
And he'll be happy. He'll get all these
It'll
little
make up for my lonely childhood where I didn't get any. Although I remember something in high school where we had some fundraiser where you could send lollipops, Valentines, Hershey's Kisses to people and donate $1 to some
we had
charity.
That. Ours were carnations. And you got to like pick the color they'd get
Carnations is
delivered
better.
in
I think
class.
I think we had Hershey's Kisses, and somehow it was not that much fun, and people didn't get them, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Seemed a little exclusionary.
Yeah.
It's just, Valentine's is a weird holiday to have in high school or younger.
Yes.
Which is like forced romance.
Very heteronormative also.
Yeah. But it's like, it's a real public spectacle of potential embarrassment.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's not mutual. It just is an opportunity
That's true.
for being mean to each other.
All right, guys, send Ingo like a nice little Snoopy Valentine to the P.O. box.
It's okay. I'm
1107 Key Plaza, number 202,
like
Key
to
West,
tell
Florida,
people I'm over it.
33040.
I'm fine now, really.
I didn't get Ingo a Valentine yet, so I guess I should get on that.
Yeah, I should get you something too.
All right, can we?
I'm gonna give you a rock. Oh no, that's Charlie Brown.
I gave you a rock.
It was a beautiful rock.
Oh my God, you guys! Every year, I'm like, Ingo, like I just had a birthday. You just had a birthday. There was Christmas. Like that was like 6 weeks ago. How about we don't do much for Valentine's this year?
This time I'm really not.
And that's what he says every year.
No, really.
One year I like got like a little river rock out of the yard and I like put some paint on it and like a little heart.
Very nice.
He does still have the rock, but that was my Valentine's Day present. I like painted him a little rock.
Helps me sleep.
And he got me like earrings and like, a diamond tennis bracelet and like chocolate.
It wasn't that much. It wasn't like
like 8 boxes. And I was like, what the fuck? Like I thought we weren't doing. I get you a rock.
I think it was late Christmas presents that,
he's like,
that
I
arrived.
love the rock.
They arrived late.
So now it's like every year I'm like, can we not do like
Let's
anything for
not.
Valentine's
No,
Day?
we're not.
And then he says this every year. He's like, no, nothing for Valentine's Day this year.
I didn't
and
say
then,
nothing, just one small thing.
And the one small thing is like,
No, it's not. It's not jewelry. I promise.
Okay.
I promise.
I mean, hey, you won't be here on Wednesday. You'll get home at like 2 a.m. on Thursday. So.
No, I'm coming home on Tuesday.
Oh crap.
The pressure's gonna be on Wednesday.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna be poking around looking for my present.
I got you a little present. It's not a rock though. I feel bad about the rock. Though you do like.
Do you really?
I know you like the rock.
It's ridiculous.
I
It's
know
so
you like
cool.
the rock.
You
It's
painted
just like
it
literally there's a
very
heart
nicely.
on the rock. There's just a heart on the rock.
And you made it nice.
Well,
There's nothing wrong with the rock.
Just saying that we didn't have a lot of parity in our Valentine's Day gifts that year.
Look, sometimes I win. Don't admit it.
By cheating.
Don't admit
no
it.
presents, and I go, okay.
Look, I need an unfair advantage sometimes.
Oh
you
my
win
God.
everything else, as you like to say.
I just said I'm always right. Oh, I do always win.
Oh, you do
I
always win.
I do
Yeah.
say that,
I mean, I checked with the dogs and they say,
I was gonna say,
she says she always wins.
mostly with the dogs. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for listening. If you make yourself a Smith & Wesson, do not use Pepsi.
It's very confusing. Maybe don't use Smith & Wesson. Just make a revolver.
Just make a
White Russian.
White Russian. Delish.
Yeah. Solid. Sweet.
And until next time, Slava Ukraini, and don't bet anyone unless they ask you to.
And happy Valentine's on that day.
Bye.
Bye.